X-Men Fantastic Four issue 3 sees the X-Men racing across the ocean in their jet when Logan calls Cyclops to the cockpit, telling him that Ben Grimm is piloting the Fantastica and he needs the Summer's touch here. Donning a specialized helmet, Scott says that he is the best at being precise as the Fantastic Four ahead of them race towards the coordinates they took from Krakoa. Reed tells Johnny to keep his sister's helmet on to protect Sue against the mutant telepaths following them as Sue comes around, telling her brother that she is fine as Ben puts them into some defensive maneuvers, but Scott's concussive blasts hit the car, destroying it, but Sue saves the family in one of her force fields, taking them to a nearby island as Johnny takes off, planning on blowing up the X-Jet, but Nightcrawler teleports Wolverine onto the hero, surprising him. Rogue meanwhile confronts Ben as Reed is set upon by Wolverine. Luckily, Sue bounces the mutant away as Johnny comes back down, now under the influence of Emma Frost, who tries to remove Sue's helmet via Johnny, telling Sue that they will be taken back to Krakoa and tried for espionage and illegal entry of a nation. Suddenly, Dr. Doom arrives, telling Emma that that's very funny considering the mutants are conducting illegal activity on his soil now. Reed wants to know what he's doing there as Magneto demands to know where the other mutants are. Doom can feel Eric attempting to manipulate his armor, but Victor knows better than to have metal on his person, unlike Wolverine, who he believes Eric has torn apart quite a few times. Logan tells Victor to tell him where Kate is, but soon Kitty along with her marauders arrive, telling them that she made a fair deal with Doom. Victor says that the mutants are safe on Doom Island, provided that the parties respect his nation's sovereignty and let him restore the greatest mutant to his former glory. Sue wants to know where her son is, but Victor says that he is merely doing what his father could not. Eric finds this to be unacceptable on Kate's behalf, since she doesn't speak for all of Krakoa, but she tells him that she made a call in the moment and Franklin needs their help. However, Eric is more concerned about the mutants who will be left at the mercy of Doom. Xavier says that Kate made the right call, but Sue and Reed know their son is no bargaining chip, although Victor tells them that Franklin is his own man, and a piece of him is missing, something he knows all about, and he knows Reed loses sleep over not having enough intelligence to finally best Doom. Doom tells him that they are not allowed to enter the town nearby, and most have to stay by the jet, since this island is Latveria and Doom's word is law. In Doom's lab, Val and Franklin look over Doom's plans, finding Doom doesn't want to kill Franklin. Val doesn't know if Uncle Doom's plan will work, but knows her brother is unhappy and maybe this will help. Soon their parents arrive, but the kids aren't too happy to see them, since they lied to them and bugged them. Reed tells him that it's time to go home, but Franklin doesn't want to. He wants to stay and let Doom help him, since Reed doesn't give orders to him anymore. Reed says that he cannot trust Victor, but Xavier says that while he is sure Victor has other motives at play here, he can use Hank to make sure the tests that Doom plans on running on Franklin are above board. Reluctantly and with no other choice, Reed lets them do it, but wants to go over the plans first as well. Elsewhere, Logan tells Storm that he doesn't like any of this, and Storm agrees, saying the mutants are being held on the island against their will. Emma concurs, since her powers are useless on the island and are being clouded, so Doom is hiding something and she can barely sense the mutants that are there. Scott says that they will help them after Franklin has been helped, but Eric isn't happy with any of this and doesn't want the mutants to suffer over some boy's power getting restored. Logan agrees as the others remind Emma and Eric that Xavier and Kate made a call on what's happening, but Emma knows that Doom will do anything once Franklin is fixed, so they need to act now if they have any hope of surprising Doom. While the mutants don't want to do it, they have to ask Sue and Ben for help. The mutants begin coming up with a plan to use Storm to help mask their escape deeper into the island towards the town. Eric knows that they will need to do this quickly, since if Doom has been holding mutants hostage, then Latveria will suffer. Reed meanwhile finds Victor's work audacious, wondering how exploding the body's mitochondria will open up a channel, and how that will help. Hank says that doing so would cause Franklin's body to create more of the energy he needs, thus giving his powers back. Victor says that it's not something unique to Franklin, but to all mutants and anyone who is a superhuman, since they all generate this type of energy, which he has aptly dubbed the Von Doom particle. Hank knows that these particles are merely traveling through their mitochondria, and Doom theorizes that they come from another dimension, meaning that they are an unlimited power source. Doom plans on finding this dimension and claiming it as Latveria's, as Charles asks Victor what he's doing, since Latveria hasn't accepted Krakoa's deal, yet he he is helping mutants. So why doesn't he just take the island's cures and extended lifespans? Victor knows that they want diplomatic immunity in return, and while he has little respect for the traditional diplomats, he knows that there are exceptional examples of an underwhelming populace, whereas Charles is allowing his people to do whatever they want in countries begging for the Krakoan plants. Doom says that he does recognize the country of Krakoa, but he doesn't recognize that having claws protrude from one's body made them worthier than the human who dedicated their life to the diplomacy and the study of culture. Victor finds it and Charles insulting that he has a pretense of superiority, but Doom will help Franklin since it's what Doom wishes to do with his power that he has earned, while Charles was simply born with that power. On the Doom Island city, the Invisible Sue, Magneto, Emma and Wolverine walk around, hoping Emma's powers will pick up something, but her mind is still clouded. Eric tries to thank Sue for her help, but she says the Fantastic Four helps people because it's right, and he should try that sometime. Going into a house, they reveal themselves to some of the mutants inside, who call them enemies of Latveria, warning them not to harm them. Emma tries to tell them that they are there to help and to take them away to their true home, but the mutants say that they are already home. The mutants' younger brother, however, says they need to run and alert Doom of this betrayal. While Eric tries to talk them down, Wolverine senses Doom outside and is soon attacked by some Doom bots. The mutants and Sue attack, but Wolverine is taken by one of the Doom bots high into the sky, attacking him as Emma senses that something is very wrong, racing after Logan, who stabs the Doom bot in the stomach. Hank and Reed meanwhile disagree over the science Doom is utilizing, and Reed tells his son that he is so sorry for how he has been acting, telling Franklin that he is a good man and he will still be the same man without his powers. He tells him he loves him, and Franklin says the same, but tells his father that he needs to do this. Logan meanwhile kills the Doom bot, surprised to find blood on the end of his claws. As Doom preps Franklin for his procedure, he reveals that he knows the X-Men have attacked his people. Logan unmasks the Doom bot to reveal it was a mutant all along, as Doom tells Kitty and the others that murdering a Lataverian, like Logan has just done, is unforgivable, so he activates his Doom Sentinels to kill both the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. X-Men Fantastic Four issue 3 was another fantastic installment in Chip Zdarsky's crossover, again hammering home the fact that not everything in the X-Men's new direction is above board or morally right. I love Dr. Doom calling Xavier out like he did. It was great seeing Doom put in a position where he was kind of the level-headed one and dare I say the heroic one. Reed also didn't come out so clean himself, and he had some really great moments with his son discussing how powers don't make the man, but of course Franklin wants his powers back. Of course Doom wouldn't be Dr. Doom without some type of nefarious scheme against the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, and his Doom Sentinels have been revealed finally, which I am very much looking forward to in the final installment next issue. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.